Boom.
Oh, if only you knew the stress that I've just had on there to get back in time. Did not get back in time. Tried to pull a blinder, but that's not why we're here. You know why we're here. We're here for a few reasons. The time has come to get that badger in and on and over here. We had to move back to get his greatness in. If you could smash a like for us, it'd be much appreciated, guys. I thought I'd go live before I get picked up around 1 p.m. to go to the first 3 p.m. game of the season. I've been trying to stay off Twitter and online vibes recently, and for good reasoning. But I was alerted by, let me give a shout out, because I've literally not been going on anything. So shout out to Sedgy LUFC, who tweeted me saying JackCity will still be late. And ironically, then I was late for this. But we're always a bit late, aren't we? But I am always late. I'm not late to the games. I get there like marching on together. I'm lucky if I just catch the end of that normally, because, you know, we're normally, me and my brother are the last in the fan zone. Yes, Oliver. Yes, AO. Appreciate every which one of you. MVG, legendary. Late motherfucker. Yes. Yeah, he tweeted me saying supporters are advised to be seated by 2:45 p.m. and at half time tomorrow for 2 special announcements that will be made at Ellen Road. Now then, genuinely, where does the mind lie with this? I'm genuinely interested. Yes, nah. I'm genuinely interested to see and behold and behest what everybody deems this to be. You know, there's a few conspiracies spiraling around in my mind, as I'm sure you can imagine. Yes, Tim Mason, what's good, brother? Big win today, by the way, Timmy boy, Cameron. MVG and Ena getting the love they so rightly deserve. Is it the unveiling, the return of Jesse Marsh? Has he left his station at Canada? Has he stopped annoying everybody at Canada? Is he on his way back into the club in some aspect? Is he becoming a coach? Is it the return of Matteo Joseph after his dreadful spell abroad? No, it's not. You've stole my thunder, Martin Lawrenson. You've stole my thunder, brother. Is it a statue of Sam Allardyce? Are we ready to unveil the statue of Sam Allardyce? Will that be the halftime announcement? Will we have all the dizzy heights of the return of Jesse Marsh in the first half, and then at halftime, the statue of Sam Allardyce to be erected there and then? Will he be designated? Will he be the first ever manager in history to be designated a seat that the statue of him sits in, and there's a season ticket holder have to pull up their spot and say, look, fair enough, if it's me, it's me. If my chair's got to go, YOLO, nobody do it how we does it. I'll take the hit. Sam Allardyce deserves that statue in my seat. I'll take the hit. Is Parag stepping in? Has it begun? Is Parag stepping in? Did I say the big mystery announcement? Oh, shit, man. I didn't actually put 2 and 2 together there, though. I didn't actually mean this for the first time, AOs. You know we don't do clickbait, and you know it. But for the first time ever, I didn't actually mean to do clickbait. Instantly. Everybody else does MVG. Keep it legendary. 1, 2, 3. Put it up in a poll, Jack, and let's see what they think the mystery surprise is. The mystery announcement is. Well, we'll definitely get a poll going for you, AO, because we know you like them. So what we'll do is we'll do what I think the options may very well be. Give me some options in the comments, guys. I'd put that Harley, but in the announcement, in the poll, but I don't, if I'm going to get punished for pies going up by 15, we'll definitely get that. Pies are tastier, we'll put, but more expensive. That's the first chance. Oh, fuck, what am I doing? What is the surprise? Pies, tastier, but more expensive. I can't spell tastier, guys, so just, you know what I'm saying. Tastier, but more spenny. New signings. Parag stepping in. I can only do 4 options. I don't even want to put this. I'm going to put Bamford. I should have not put a joke in. I'm going to put Bamford farewell because people are saying that, but I don't. It ain't going to be that. But to be honest, guys, my actual worry is, oh my god, man, that ain't a bad shout, is it? Really, Andrew Horner? That'd be fucking mad, wouldn't it? We've re-signed KP. I don't. A wizard arrives precisely when they are supposed to, never late. Nobody do it how he does it. If you don't know by now, Jesse, you never knew. My fears is that the halftime one will just be some bullshit about like a new stadium or something. The new stadium plans and how they're going to go forward, and it's just Parag just stepping in and on and over here. You know, is there a chance that they're going to be calling out every single fan that is illegitimate in the ground and they're dragging them out? You know, everybody that's in there illegally. Are they going to be deporting fans left, right, and centre that don't have legitimate memberships, that don't have legitimate tickets? Are they all to be culled and sent off on the merry way? You know, a right good old-fashioned naming and shaming. Bring them down onto pitch. You, show your documentation. Out. You, show your documentation. Out. You, show your documentation. I'm 14. Where's my dad? Out. Don't matter, mate. Rules are the rules. Regulations. Out. I think it's the statue of Sam Allardyce myself. Let me get in on this one. I've got to get in on the poll. I think, you know, I was talking to Joe last night, and if it's like Ziyech or something, I will be absolutely zinging like a Tower Burger, boys. I'm not even joking. Because you know, there was a few free agents, weren't there, that we were sort of thinking about. I don't know why they'd have sort of left it to this point, but maybe, you know, I don't know, maybe they've pulled some strings. I don't know. I think Parag is going to announce something big for Leeds. Yeah, I'm hoping though, because, you know, statue of Ruben Amorim. Yes, Pete Booth. That, to be fair, he deserves one, doesn't he? I think the half-time one will be a bit of a wet squid, but the one at 2:45, you'd hope is big. My point being is it could be a real flop for me, this, guys. It could be a real, like, you know, it's the type of thing your missus does to you, doesn't it, when you're in trouble, and she'll give it the big one and go like, right, what time do you get home? Like, I'm getting home at 2. It's like, right, well, we'll speak at 2:45 then. I'll have a chat with you at 2:45 and we'll have a chat about this. And it's like, why have you sent me that in a text the night before to then know that I'm coming home at 2? And you don't want the conversation at 2. You want the conversation at 2:45. Why are you doing this? And that's what I feel like Leeds are doing now. The statement's either that enormous that we're all going to be like rolling, like on the pitch, celebrating like this is absolutely raucous, or it's going to be shit. And I think I think it could be a real flop, and they will get absolutely battered for it as well if it's bad, won't they? If it's a damp squid, Andy Rowe, they'll get a battering. Bamford's farewell, and then his contract extension, it'd be like, his farewell at 2:45, and then his contract extension at half time would be like, what a roller coaster. There's also a chance, you know, they just don't want everybody in fan zone, you know, getting pissed up. 3 o'clock kickoff, so. But I will be there for 2:45 one, but I'm with my brother, so depending on how well the 2:45 one goes, to be honest, depends on whether I'm going to hang about for half-time one. Because I might just fancy a pint at half-time. I'm going to find out the announcement anyway. And if I want at the game, I'd find out the announcement anyway. And everybody's just going to tell me when I get back to my seat anyway, aren't I? So, Ruben Amorim, been pronounced a Leeds United legend. MVG, you expecting this to be an anticlimactic then, Jack? I can't help it, MVG. I think it's in my personality in general to be fair, to be slightly skeptical of it. I just, everybody goes on about I think sometimes they do get these announcements a bit wrong, and they think this is huge because it's like huge for, even if it's huge for the club. That's what I mean with like maybe some stadium plans, or I don't know, just a chat about things. I think there's got to be a signing, or I think it's a miss, really. I think it's a flop for the fan base. I think they'll go, oh, and then everybody will just turn around and go to fan zone. Do you know what I mean? I mean, again, the reason why I'm not swaying, the reason why I know it's not a Bamford farewell and stuff is because, yes, James Danborough, what's good, brother? Tim Mason, we have managed to biologically recreate an exact AI copy of Marcelo Bielsa. I wouldn't want it, brother. I wouldn't want it. I'd take it home with me and have my wicked way with it. But, well, I wouldn't actually. I wouldn't do alt to him. I'd just talk to him. I'd make him some dinner, although I'd be nervous to make him dinner. But regardless, the reason why I know it's not Bamford's farewell is because there's no way that they'd normally, when like when Dallas did his walk around the pitch and that, they just came out candidly, didn't they, and said Dallas will be doing a halftime lap of honor type of thing. Which my mate had a go at me for. My mate, this is what I mean. This is the madness. So I went into fan zone for a pint. Do you remember that guy from years ago that commented saying, well, all you want to do is go to a Leeds game and chuck a lot of beer down your neck? And I always thought, we did quite a long, extensive video on that, like having a bit of a laugh about it. But my mate were like, you fucking can't believe you didn't stay for half time when Dallas were walking around pitch. And I thought, I got you a ticket for game, mate, and you didn't want to go. So don't have a go at me when I go and then want to have a pint at half time. That is why the bar's open. There is many that would like to have a drink at half time and, a hot dog of some nature. But yeah, if it were Bamford leaving party, they'd just say they won't fuck around with that. And I don't even think Bamford would want that extra level of responsibility, to be honest, because the last thing he needs, when he gets shit relentlessly. Even when CALVERT-LEWIN came on against Sheffield Wednesday and missed a few chances, went on Twitter and it's Bamford getting lampooned for some unknown reason. But yeah, we can finally look at Bamford in a lovely light because the bloke's a legend and a Leeds legend, a current Leeds, or of the current era. I think legend gets thrown about a little bit too easy, and I'll probably get shit for saying that. But something comes up, we must come out. AO says, imagine if the 49ers got scammed out of all their funds buying Bitcoin and they are announcing we are going into administration. Well, that would be a flop, but that would also, at least my man Parag would be hitting it head on, wouldn't it? Be very Leeds. Maybe we're getting Rob Green back. Yeah. Can't imagine why that would be the case. We don't need him now, do we? We've got Darlow, big Darlow. Just to formally announce that I'm claiming an assist for DCL last week. Yes, Pete Booth, 1 down, 19 to go, brother. He gained possession and skillfully shielded the ball with a win on the free kick we scored. That's an assist in my book. Now then, Pete Booth, in the next underlap, what we will certainly do is we'll decide whether or not that is an assist. And then we can I appreciate how you've not changed your name yet until the clan have agreed that is another 1 down, 18 to go. But I think we should let the people decide on that, Pete Booth. But I love your energy towards getting this down. Can you imagine if it got like 19 down, 1 to go, and there was a few games to go? I'd be like, even if we were sort of dangling around relegation, I'd be more on your getting to 20. Well, I don't even know how you finish it. Do you just put job done? I don't even know what you put. But I'd be like, oh, fucking hell, to be honest, as long as Pete Booth gets his DCL 20 in, that's all I'd care about, I think. Andy Rowe, if they chastised us, sit down like little kids trying to appease us, no doubt another scarf. How can you imagine if it's a scarf, man? I'd take a scarf. I like them. I'd take a scarf. If that was the half-time one, I'd go, shit is as shit does. Every 3 games at home, if the big announcement's another scarf, I'd take it. A live peacock show, yeah. They might drag in a few real peacocks. They might also just get some at locals that are just sort of like, going for a week and just get lashed up and play darts. They might just drag a few of them in and just let them do lap of honor and we all just applaud the drinking efforts that had gone on all week and for the past 10 years. Just been like, these lads have not had a day off since 1982, and they deserve a lap of honour. And then Parag's just there with, just handing them all cans of Stella as they walk past. Just going, the fucking boyos. That'd get raptures of applause, to be fair. Did that with Cooper too, yeah, when they said he was going to come out. It's unlikely, isn't it, Oliver, that they're going to do that. It'd be really silly, wouldn't it? So, yeah, I do think it'd be a signing. Lee Waters, what if it's a signing and he is revealed on the pitch, but he's an absolute dross player? Oh my God, man. Especially before game, because the atmospheres have been so mint, like prior to the game. If it's pumped up, if it's, you've got to pump it up and we're all proper going for it, and then, I don't know, we've dragged Wayne Rooney out of retirement or something where you'd go like Wayne Rooney, like what is the next Wayne Rooney? Like, no, the original Wayne Rooney, or R9. R9's here, like, what's R9 doing here? Like, oh, he's signing. Like, yeah, I mean, R9's probably the best player that's ever been on the planet other than Messi, but do you not think he's past it, Parag? No. It's a money spinner, isn't it? Steve Wild said James is finally fit. Yeah. I mean, poor James. I don't like James getting pellets in here, but that's quite funny. A hot dog of some nature. What are you slurping at half time, Jack? I will be slurping. I prefer Moretti to Cruz Campo, to be honest. Moretti's a bit easier to drink. I think Cruz Campo's a bit sweet, but whatever's available. But be Moretti, normally Moretti. The return of jumping over a car at half time. Good one, Oliver. It could also be Willie Nonto wants to have another race with that F1 car, couldn't it? Because he was dissatisfied with the clip that they showed. Because in the Instagram, it was mint, I actually thought, on Nonto. And you can actually see the wheel tracks on the pitch where they've clearly had a few goes. And he says that they beat the car one of the times because he put in the comments, now can you upload the one where we won? But obviously Red Bull won't want Willie Nonto, and I can't remember who else it was that were running. Were it Dan James? I can't remember, but it was some speedy boys. And Nonto reckons he won. But Red Bull won't want fucking Willie Nonto beating their F1 car, will he, in a sprint? So they doctored it. That's why this is the realest shit out there, boys. Because if it comes up, it must come out. Nobody do it how he does it. It does, Jack. It does. Legends should be reserved for those who deserve it. And it's just legend like yourself, 1, 2, 3 legendary. But it's just a modern day. It's like a modern day classic in it, as opposed to. Although to be fair, like what would be a legend at the club? I mean, that is going to open up a real can of worms. But it depends what level you're playing at, doesn't it? So you can still be a legend at the club and not have hit the heights. He's been here a long time, hasn't he? So I don't know. I think there's a potential argument. Just give us 3 points, and that's the only surprise we need. Parag might just be saying at half time, just don't worry anymore. Champions League football's on way. He was worried about the attack, then 3 goals in one half, and now what were you worried about? Like on Office, pulled over and said, "What were you worried about?" AO says, Jack, I hope you'll do a quick ship vid or a quick live to update us on the announcement. But I'm sure Voldemort 2.0 will tell us all what it is on his watch along. Who's Voldemort 2.0? I'd try and go live front ground, to be honest, but it's the signal's that shit. And I'd look all right whopper, wouldn't I? I'll wait for the vote, says Pete Booth. Get up, I like it. Yes, Matt Leeds, what's good, man? It's an FPL assist, so it counts. Is that right? The stadium is going to be renamed the Jesse Marsh Arena, the arena as well, man. The Marsh Arena. It'd be like, oh, and we go live to the Jesse Marsh Arena. I would swear down, I'd stop going. Paying tribute to a true icon. Yes. Lucas, the cat mascot, coming back. Yeah. I prefer let's have a look at Lucas, the cat. Is there no mascot now? Or am I losing my... Yeah, well, mint. Leeds United mascot. There must be. Lucas the Cop mascot is still... Oh no, we covered this, didn't we? Did he lose his license, the cat mascot? Did he lose his job, the cat mascot? I can't remember how it goes. As I say, I'm not in the ground early enough. As my man said, Sedgy LUFC called me out for it, saying I'd be late. Yes, Universal Karaoke, what's good, brother? Big respect to JackCity Leeds fans. Quick question. Who will be our standout player? How will the new signings fit? Top half finish possible. Most hyped match this season. Our standout player is my man Longstaff. I'm hoping it's Okafor, because if it's Okafor, it means we're on fire. If it's CALVERT-LEWIN, it means we're on fire, doesn't it? If one of them two end up being our star player, or our standout player, sorry, that means that they are producing the business, and that's what we need, isn't it? How will the new signing fits? They're going to be attacking, aren't they? So, everybody's banging on about the 10. I don't think we're going to play with a 10, even if we sign a good one. And to be honest, I don't even want to. I don't want to play with a 10, even if we get the Donny Corleone in. I would like to remain as we are, 4-3-3, super solid. I think it's best way to go. Top half finish. I can't imagine, even if it's two signings and they're both sort of real good quality, top finish is still going to be really difficult. We are in a good little spot though, aren't we? We're 3 points off Champions League at the moment, which is a nuts thing to say, but obviously we're only 5 games in. But we're in a nice little spot. I honestly think, I think we should be aiming for 10th anyway, to finish 12th to 15th. I've said it from the start of the season, Universal Karaoke. So, maybe that special sauce gives us that top half finish. I don't know. The most hyped match this season, I can't help but be Scumchester United when they get here. It's a basic bitch thing to say, but it's the genuine reality. There's nothing quite like, even though they're a bit, they're shit now. But, and I'm thinking back to the days when it was, I remember back in the day when they was obviously good. And you'd think if we can just beat them today, I'd love it if we beat them today. Love it if we beat them. But, that's kind of what I was saying the other day about my, when I was joking about Bournemouth to Big Joe Wainman. I'm not going to fear Bournemouth when in reality, just enjoy this game today. Let's just see what happens. It's going to be a difficult game. Yes. Certainly not living in fear of Semenyo. Yes, he's a good player. They're all good players in Premier League, aren't they? We don't know that Okafor's not the second coming, do we? Everybody goes, he didn't rip it up at Milan and his injury. It's like, well, yeah, but how far do you want to go back? My man's got a goal. That'll do me. Lovely taking goal as well. Got it, his defender every single time. Let's look inwards. Let's look at performances that Ampadu's putting in. Top bins that Stack's smashing up. Top performances that Longstaff's putting in. The grind that my man Aronson's putting in. CALVERT-LEWIN getting a brilliant goal. Struijk, Struijk, and Rodon been super solid at back. Goodmanson, apart from having a wild guff in our own penalty box and heading it in his own net, performing well, getting forward, looking good on ball, looking strong. Bogle not getting exposed at the back, not particularly getting forward yet. Positive. That's in a mad sense a positive thing. You think when Bogle gets going, obviously he's picked up a potential injury, might not be there today, but when Bogle gets going forward, starts flying, he's like Messi in and around edge of that box, isn't he? Look inward. Be excited by what we are doing. We've got pummeled, bummed, battered to Arsenal. That's it. Notts Forest got beat as well. Everybody gets beat to Arsenal apart from, Man City and Liverpool. Most teams get beat to Arsenal, don't they? Take the hit at their gaff. They never get beat at their gaff. Newcastle 0-0. Newcastle are a top side, not got off to the best start, granted. But Wolves haven't got off to the best start. Everybody was saying, it's a must not lose. I got there the day before and I thought, not to Wolves. But I started thinking about the game. I thought, no, it's a win. It's not a must win, granted. I'd have taken the draw, but no, we need to be pushing for the win here. If we're going to get any away wins while teams are down and out, you need to beat them while they're down, don't you? You can't be risking it and going, oh, do you remember that Wolves game when they were in really bad form? You've got to, you know, send it in. And we did. And we saw some adversity and we bounced back from it. We had the adversity with Goodmanson when he guffed in his own box and headed it in the top bin after a good performance away at Fulham. And then you go into Wolves, you go 1-0 down, you feel like shit, the season could genuinely be on a knife edge. It could collapse and we could go into these next 2 games, tough games, Bournemouth and Spurs, and not get any points. And then in 4 games, you've not won a game there. Wolves ended up being a big game. It relieves us a little bit today. We, you know, if we do a boring, I mean, I don't see them as boring, but if it's 0-0 at the end of the game with 2 world-class announcements at halftime and before at the start of the game, that's a good place to be, isn't it? That's a good spot that you're sitting in. Let's get excited about game days, boys. This is what it's all about. These lizards, these reptiles that get nervous about games of football. It's like, 1, you're not playing in it. 2, if you was, you shouldn't be nervous anyway. 3, if it's butterflies, I'll let you have it. You know, there is, you get that, you know, there's that chunk in your stomach, isn't there, where you go, get up. And it's like, that's what it's all about. You meet a sexy chick, you get them butterflies. If the nerves, you start talking shit, don't you? You start wobbling and waffling on, perhaps like I'm doing now, but this isn't out of nerves. This is my personality, boys. This is how excited you can be on match day. You're allowed to just think, who the fuck are Bournemouth? I'm allowed to turn up today and go, who the fuck are Bournemouth? I don't care. And then if the batterers, you take your medicine, don't you? And you go home and you go, well, yeah, it's Premier League. Bournemouth for a decent side, aren't they? Not going to be, Semenyo. Who gives a fuck? We're Leeds United. We're all supreme. That is what it's all about. I am a proper happy clapper before the game, of course. After the game, as much as everybody goes, oh, it's just a happy clapper. It's like, I'm happy to be a happy clapper before the game. Of course. I support the football team. I support the club. Support the city. That's what it's all about. Get up! Big announcement, AMG. Is there going to be a Leeds new compare halftime entertainer? Can you imagine? Absolute respect to JackCity. My guy, Universal Karaoke. You don't have to say that every time, though, but I appreciate you, brother. Curious fellow whites. Which player impresses you the most? Any new tactics you fancy? Who really shows Leeds spirit? Most memorable Leeds match for you? Love it, Universal Karaoke. You got some sensei. We need to get a quiz going on in this bitch. Which player impresses you the most? In what sense? I would have to stipulate. So I don't know. In terms of being impressed, nobody. When I go down like an impressed route, I would go down like a fancy flicks and tricks and stuff. And I'm not sure we currently have that. You know, like Rutter, for instance, the year before, would have been the one that impressed me. The year before that would be Somerville that impressed me. And then obviously it dries up a bit before then because we were pretty shit. But obviously Rafinha is extremely impressive. Hernandez had impressive moments. Rodrigo had relatively impressive moments. Any new tactics you fancy? Not for me, big lad. No, I don't want to fuck about with it. I want to keep 4-4-3-3. I think it works. I think we should just be a B-Tech Newcastle side. Who really shows Leeds spirit? I think is a simple one for me. That's Ampadu. Most memorable match for you, off the top of my head, is the Liverpool 4-3. Nonto won by a length. Official announcement is that Willie's cock is indeed fucking massive. 2 down, 18 to go. Pete both love it. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate you, big man, honestly. Quick Leeds questions. Best player, favourite tactic, who shows Leeds spirit, top match to watch? Oh, I hope not. I do hope not. Maybe I will hang around at half-time, Leon Kirk. Maybe I will hang around at half-time. Correct. Or maybe just the 49ers are going to announce the return of a Leeds legend who will be a new recruit for our training staff. Yes, Eddie. Why did you ring me last week and just hang up without speaking? Pocket dial, Eddie. Pocket dial. No, I'm just ringing you. I didn't hang up. You make it out as though you answered and I hung up. I rang you and then you didn't answer. Nah, it was a pocket dial. You be the judge. You get your guess. Your guess is as good as mine. No, Joe's not the OG Voldemort. Joe's the OG, but he's not Voldemort. Get the Badger in for the new mascot. There's no amount of money Parag could give me. Badger, close your microphone. Close your ears. There is an amount of money that I would sell him on, unfortunately. Fucking hell. Jesse Marsh lynching in the car park. Just a live feed. Lee Waters. My mind just went to Lucas the cat being stung in a sting video on Facebook. I'm going to lose my job. German Sassauge. The mascot is now going to be a massive bratwurst. I'd take that, to be fair. It might be Farker. Yeah, they might just drag Tyler Adams out and just let everybody have a. I'm going to say have a go on him, but that sounds a bit filthy, doesn't it? Filthy. Get up, Marky V boy. Adams get put into Rosehead this afternoon. I don't think he will. Get Nigel de Jong'd by Umperdoo, yes. Noise out of their camp is not looking forward to today. They're hoping for a draw. Love it. 3-1 leads again. Come on, boys. I fear no one at our place. Push the top 10. Come on. Get up. The longer we stay floating and fluttering above on the top, brother, you know it. And you know it. Roller Blunt knows it. Roller Blunt knows what day it is. That's why that is. Their record is really bad at Ellen Road. Absolutely. I think they've lost the last 7 or something. Granted, I nicked that from the OG. I think Joe said the last 7 games they have not won at Ellen Road. I'm not really the history man with that stuff. I don't really think it matters on the basis that I don't think any of the current players give a shit about that. They're on quite a good trajectory out there. They're riding a crest of a wave, but still, you know, it's a hard place to come in at Ellen Road. I don't care what anybody says. Matt Lee says 1-0 Brentford. I'm hoping that is not the case, brother, but I do think it could. I don't think it'd be 1-0, but I do think there's a chance that the game gets away from us a little bit today. I'm not sure if that's directed at me, Paul, but whoever it's directed at, you're spreading love, man. So whoever it's directed at will fully appreciate it. Tim Mason, the announcement could be Bonnie Blue wants to set a new halftime record. Does she have enough time? I mean, she does for me. And it depends how many I've had before first half if I'm going to get involved. But Farker is in the Epstein files. This is Rab Bam. That would be a mental announcement. Oh, and then just watch him get cuffed up and just dragged out into Ellen Road cell, and then he can do the tactics from Ellen Road cell just from a live feed again. Scum of shite. Get it. It has to be good news. It has to be good news. Oh, fuck up. It's good news. I know. It cannot be bad news, can it? But what is good news is my point. If it's somewhat drab, it'll flop like a fucking little flop, won't it? Floppy cock. 4-0. My mind is made up. Cheers, Jack. Get up, Mark Newell. Love it, brother. Love it. Oh, Brentford are beating Scum. Fucking sorry, big man. Yeah. No way. They're getting beat again. Fucking hell, yeah. What a set. I mean, Brentford aren't a bad side, are they? But as again, nobody is in. How is he in that job? I mean, long may hammering continue. Wouldn't need it, mate. Yes, Terry. Love it, mate. Get up. I know, Terry. I genuinely thought that. I was going to put it in the poll because I genuinely thought, you know, but I wanted to put a couple of jokes in there and some. I thought Pie's tastier, but more Spenny was quite funny. Parag stepping in, I can't help myself. But I do think there is a chance that it'll be. I think the second one might just be the plans going ahead with the expansion or something. I just feel like that. I feel like that's one that the club, Parag and the board and stuff will be right excited about, but the fans just won't give a shit about. Do you know what I mean? you know, it's that type of like Daniel Levy thing in it, where it's like, this is so good for the club, guys. As fan base, you will love this, and everybody goes, ooh, and it's just like, oh, no one gives a fuck about it. Somebody put earlier about it, what if it's like a bad, you know, if it is signings, but the shit, and you know, they're unveiling them as though everybody's going to be blown away, and everybody's just like, this is bad. This is really bad. And then poor lad's got to stand there. You know, we're bringing Wobber back or something. Smash a like. Yes, Mimi. Thank you. We've got 75 up in this bitch, and we've only got 33 likes. If you could smash a like, guys, it proper helps. Helps the algorithm and all that stuff. Stops the YouTube Nazis shutting me down. Because my last couple of videos have done absolutely whack. I don't know what's going on with YouTube at the minute, but I'm not blaming myself because, you know, delusions of grandeur. Brentford scoring isn't good news, to be honest. Anybody beating Man United is good news. Leeds 4-0, Bournemouth. Ain't nobody down round here, man, in the shed. Love it. Get up. Bamford gonna dig the first spade of mud to start the expansion. I think that's a pretty good shout, ass Ripper. Get in. New heated seats for winter. I'd take that, you know, but I don't sit down, Leon. So it'd be in my head, I'd be like, well, it's, you know, it won't go down well with fan base, but that's, you know, that is an upgrade. And then I'd be on my own thinking, but I don't sit down, you bastards. Flamingo Land open to extend sponsorship, or the building a fucking ride off the top. That's part of the extension. And there's a ride where you can go around and watch the game for 250 quid for 90 minutes, and you just watching game, just spinning around. It's called the 4D reaction. Imagine if the 49ers announced Jack is going to be sponsored as Leeds official watch along. Do you know what, Ayo? Do you remember in one of Underlaps a couple of weeks ago when we said we'll have to start making up a shit joke about the fact that we've got this big sponsor coming in? This would have been ideal if I'd have actually started it about a month ago, going, guys, just letting you know there is a big sponsorship on the way. This is life-changing. I appreciate every single person that supported the channel up to now. We have a life-changing sponsorship coming in. Everybody's involved. If you're a member, get to be a member now, because everybody's involved in this. I feel like somebody's going to clip that up and then get me done somehow. But yeah, I could have been there. Oh my God, guys, I can't say all, but at half time, there's an announcement. This sponsorship is off the Richter scale. But unfortunately, we didn't start the joke, so I get it, scum and all, but Brentford are likely to be our competition. Staying up is priority. Yeah, I agree, man, in a shed, but you've just got to take the wins while they're there, aren't you? Because if they're 1-0 down, they're 1-0 down. So I'm just going to enjoy the fact that Man United are 1-0 down. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to ride that crest. I've been saying crest of the wave a lot lately. Riding the good crest of the wave. I think I'm riding the crest of a wave because I felt like fucking dog dirt for the past week. So, you know, it's nice to be on the upswing, even though I still sound like shit, but I'm not coughing and spluttering as much anymore. Wolf Grant, we will definitely win today, 2 or 3. And start date for extension confirmed. Get up. Love the win. Love the win. Ken Bates statue. Be a big statue, won't it? Breaking news, Bamford dropped spade on his toe, missed the mud. Ass ripper. No. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Get up, Mimi. Get up. Marching on together. Smash a like for us, guys. We've got 81 in room, only 44 likes. I'm going to ask for likes. Nobody do it how we does it. It helps the algorithm, doesn't it, and all that stuff. Let's have a look at the poll. So we've got in here, we've got in and on and over here, we've got Pie's tasty but more spenny, 23%, which is good. New signings, 21%, which has ended up being the lowest of all 4, which is fucking typical. Parag stepping in is 25%, a solid second for my man Parag. And the Bamford farewell is 32% from 57 votes. So the Bamford farewell is what's won it. There's no Voldemort 2.0. Let's not start a further Voldemort. It's going to be Harry Gray contract signing, isn't it? It might just be a lot of youngsters, yeah, just being drafted in. Can you imagine? See if there's any. See if there's all popping about. He loves a bit of a tease, doesn't he, on old Instagram? Anton Stack. He's always, he's a bit. I don't go on Instagram anymore, but Elan MESLIER makes decision about quitting Leeds in January. Elan MESLIER has not started a competitive game for Leeds. Blah, de, blah, de, blah, de, blah. A deal was never finalised in the summer. The Frenchman has been knocked down the pecking order at Ellen Road and now must decide his next step to his dwindling career. It's like this dwindling career. It's just like, fucking hell. Articles, man. Elan MESLIER out of contracts at Leeds as Leeds find suitable buyer. As I revealed on the latest edition of Football, do you know what I mean? Pull your tongue out your ass, man. Speaking on the Inside Track podcast, I explained, I think there'll obviously be speculation about him, as you said. He's not in the plans of Daniel Farke anymore. You didn't explain that, man. Who the fuck are you? Let's read this fella's game out. P.O. Rook. Did you know that? Did I need him to tell me that he's not in his plans anymore? What a whopper. What a whopper of a dog. He's now third choice goalkeeper. So, look, that tells you everything you need to know with Leeds, and he's not in his plans. Are you going to give me any details that we didn't have? Because you said he's going to consider quitting. MESLIER is in a good position. He's out of contract, so he can decide his own future right now due to his contract situation. I'm sure Leeds would love to try and sell him in January and get some money for them. But I don't think the player will be rushing into anything. This is what I mean. You read these articles, boys and Bob and Mimi, and you just think, I sometimes get shit for my nothing videos, my bullshit videos, but that is a complete waste of my time reading that, isn't it? And this is on the daily. I read this shite. Just think, all right, considers quitting, makes decision about quitting. Where's the decision being made there then? Graham Potter's been sacked as well, hasn't he, guys? Which, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gutted about that because he's shit, isn't he? And they're obviously been dire, haven't they? 19th in League One win. And I think they beat an half-decent side, didn't they, for that win? Or were it Forest or something? I'm hoping Forest keep losing, man. Honestly, yeah, it was Forest, not Forest 3-0. With or without Nuno? That will we Nuno. Was that his last game or second to last game or something? Yeah, they've got Everton on Monday, to be fair. So, maybe you don't want them winning that. Oh, no, that's West Ham. Sorry, I'm on about Notts Forest. Because you want West Ham to keep losing, don't you? And to be fair, I think Everton are going to be all right. So, Notts Forest have got Sunderland today. Fucking hell. 5. Although Sunderland are a point in front of us out there. They've had a decent start. 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Is a decent start. But, we're on 2 wins, 1 loss. 2 wins, 2 loss. 2 wins, 2 loss, 1 draw. 7 points, 3 points off second. 3 points off Arsenal, who beat us. It's looking good, boyos. Yes, 78 RPM. That will certainly not be the C prize, will it? Anyone going to be watching 5 minutes of Flying Pig for shits and giggles later? What do you mean? Oh, Mark Newell. Shout out to Mark Newell, man. Thank you, dude. Oh, shout out to Mimi as well for handing out a gift. Honestly, you guys are fucking nuts. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mimi and Roller Blunt. But you come as a package now, you two. You come as a package, fucking hell. Sorry, Roller Blunt. Mark Newell, thank you, dude. It's much appreciated. Oh, is he really? I'm so shit. Honestly, people say stuff to me and then I'm like, I don't have a Scooby-Doo who anybody is. Shout out to Mark Newell and Mimi again. I feel so bad with these gifts because I never know what to do with them. Jill Bell, stuck on a train from Scotland, doubt going to make the game. Serves us right for being all excited about finally getting a ticket. Jill, how far off are you? Bollocks. How far off are you? Even at half time, just get your son in. How shit is that for you? What time do you set off? Whereabouts in Scotland? If I know there's many questions need answering here, and I don't know why I'm googling Scotland to Leeds on train, but I am doing, and it's not going to make you get here any quicker either. But and I also don't know where you're coming from, so I'm just putting how long Scotland to Leeds. Typically takes 4 hours. Fucking hell. Edinburgh's 3.5 hours. From Glasgow, it takes 4.5 hours. Fucking hell, that's mad. You can drive it in that, can't you? Again, thank you, Mark Newell. Yes, Leon, where you going, big man? I'm setting off in about... Well, I need to jump in shower, to be fair. But my brother's not here yet, so I'm setting off in about 15, 20 minutes, I think. So definitely, man. Where you heading? Shout me if you see me as well. Because this happens where people will comment going, oh, I saw you actually. And like, fucking get it shouted. Get in and on and over here. Get a photo for next underlap. Laurel and Hardy, aye. Which one's which, though? Fucking which one's which? The news is about scrapping season tickets and going all corporate boxes. Yeah, that's the half-time one. That's the subduer, innit? The trains are fucked at the moment, but yeah, it's like a 4-hour drive up that way. I thought you can drive it in 4 hours. Crazy that it takes that long. War Piglet A up. JackCity crew just flown in from Spain. Have we missed out, bud? Yous are so lucky. I wish just once I could go to a Leeds match. There is. You just got to be relentless with it. Mimi, just absolutely relentless. Where you from, Mimi? Yeah, that's a good shout, to be fair. Take it easy, Leon. Big up today. Let's have it. Shout to Mark Newell. And Mimi one more time. Well, you'll get it again, but we can smash a like, guys. There's 88 in room up in this bitch, and we've only got 50 odd likes, so I appreciate it. It helps the algorithm. And if you don't like me, don't worry about it. It's just a like, innit? You just cozy on up to that like button. It doesn't make no difference, does it? It's only a like. Yes, Craig Havis, love it, mate. In a good mood, mate, today. Feeling good about today. I get excited about home games, particularly. Away games, I love away games, but I don't. They're not as exciting. I probably prefer going to Ellen Road, like just to go into it, than I do actually being in it, which is mental. But sometimes it's quite hard to process the game. Or like, I mean, not so much now, to be fair, because there's so much hanging on every game. But I just know in Championship last couple of years, it's like we're expected to win. So it's like normally you get into the second half, and then your emotions really get going then, because it's like, you know, things start meaning a little bit more if it's 1-1, or if you've not got off to a good start, or you're 1-0 down, or it's 0-0, or you're not looking like you're creating, then you start to get touchy in the second half. Whereas the two games that we've had at Ellen Road this year have been like, everybody's been like hanging on every little moment that's happening. It's so intense. It's proper good at Ellen Road. Fucking get up. So we don't get done over today. I can't be arsed with it. Not wrong with Huddersfield Roller Bunt. Huddersfield's not wrong. My brother went to uni in Huddersfield. Yes, Leon. Huddersfield? Hey, if I saw Jack in real life, I'd shout "All hail the Badger" and mix it in with the crowd. So Jack wouldn't know who said it. I'd love that, AO, but I'd know it with you, wouldn't I? I'd know it with you now. So the gig's up. Fucking hell, no way, yeah. Let me have a look here. Back up above the Scummers. Get up, see ya. Oh my God, the 2-0 down. They are so bad. They are so bad. Liversedge. I don't know where Liversedge is. I know I've heard of it, but my geography's, as we know, not a strong point. Yes, Julie. Yes, baby Bremner. You a bit Brian Clough, Jack? What, rough? A bit ropey, but I'm feeling the vibes, man. I'm feeling the Badger vibes. So I'm feeling all right. $78 RPM. I think 0-0 today, but my bets are Leeds winning and DCL scoring. Can't bet against Leeds. Love it, mate. If DCL scores today, I'm just gonna start screaming Pete Booth. Smash those like and hit that bell. All Leeds out in gets up, War Piglet. 92 in room, 60 odd likes. If we could get them likes up to 90, it'd be sensational. It'd be a Dalmatian sensation for me. Oh, thank you, Julie. Julie Neely. Sorry. Julie Neary. Thank you, my dear. Very, very kind of you. Julie Neary. Thank you. Shout out to War Piglet as well. As I know you come in twos. There's many a relationship goes on in these comments. 2-1 now. Fucking hell, it's a blockbuster, this, isn't it? Who scored for them? Oh, they've got that. Puts us back above us. The bastards. Seska, you know. Alright, get them badges in and on and over here. Domino, it's the onion bag. Get up, baby Bremner. You'd love it. Love it if we beat them today. Get the badges in and on and over here. Get that badger merch in and on and over here. Yeah, don't worry. Brentford will keep applying the pressure. They'll put it back on them, won't they? Fucking shite, Man United. It's madness, isn't it? 4-0 today, says War Piglet. Come on, Leeds, let's go. I'm going 2-1. If they go 1-0 up, I'll be fearing for the worst. If we go 1-0 up, I believe they will. No, fuck it. I'm not going to go with what would be easy. They're not going to equalise. I think we'll go 2-0 up. If we're going to win 2-1, we'll go 2-0 up, and then they'll pull one back with about 30 minutes to go, and there'll be a real panic on all the way through. The reality is, I think it'll be 1-1. I think they'll score just before half time when we've played quite well and been competitive, and it's a real like bummer going in at half time thinking, shit, you bastards, you setted bastards. And then I think we'll pull one back in second half. But the reality is, I think it'll be, if we're going to get a point, I think it has to be a 0-0. Crumpets, if anybody that doesn't eat crumpets lives in the Wild West for me. Crumpets are the mutts nuts. Yes, I love it. 3-1 like always for me. Love a 3-1, don't we, boyo? Get up. Feed the badger and he will score. Feed the badger, he will score. They eat older badgers, says Arse Ripper. He's got badgers. We've all got badgers. I'm going to miss your watch along. JT also missing celebrating his 25th birthday. Is it his birthday today? I'll drop JT a message if it's his birthday. Yeah, what a stallion. I wonder what he's up to. Badgers are omnivores. Badger merch. Now there's a shout. Peanut butter. Arse Ripper knows what a badger likes, doesn't he? I got badgers. I got badgers. AO says, whatever the score today, we can, we will, and we are going to beat Bournemouth. Get up. You're not giving my crumpets away. Feed one of them. Feed one of the dogs first. Crumpets. My God. When I work away, I get crumpets in the morning with my full English, and it's like I can't even eat them because I've had that many like sausages and bacon and that. I'm just like stuffing them in. I'm going to start nicking a few, I think, for that van. I had a question that I actually wanted an answer to, and I've totally forgot. I forgot what I'm on about. But yes, guys, if you could smash us a like, I'm going to do one because I'm off to go get ready because I want to get my send down to Ellen Road and have a couple of pots before the big match, before the fucking big win. So if you can smash us a like on the way out. We've had about 100 in here at one point. Only got 68 likes. It really does help. And I know it's fucking banging on about it or whatever, but, you know, we're here for numbers nowadays, aren't we? You know, we've got this big sponsorship getting announced at halftime for the channel. It really helps. So if we could all get behind it, you know, it'd be a pleasure to be out there on the pitch at halftime and announcing the new sponsorship for the channel. Badges are us. You know, you guys have been here a long time, so you know we know about the Muff Divers. The Muff Divers is going to be the sponsorship going into next year, or if we achieve championship football in the next couple of years, it'll be Muff Divers. But for now, it's Badges R Us. We're reopening. We've basically bought all the old Toys R Us. Me and Arse Ripper have bought all the Toys R Us outlets that used to exist, and we've filled it with peanut butter, and we've just found every single badger that we can get, and we've just thrown it in, and it's called Badges R Us. So yes, take it easy now. Thanks for joining in, man. You're always in the wings, man. I much appreciate you. Danny Borden, my guy, Mimi, Baby Bremner, Legendary MVG, Andy Rowe, Ena, War Piglet, Mark Newell. Special shout out to Mimi, special shout out to Mark Newell for the super chat, and special shout out to Julie Neary. I truly do appreciate every which one here. Legendary MVG 123. Nobody do it how you does it. Badges R Us AO. You know it. If you don't know by now, you never knew. If you smash us a like on the way out, it's much appreciated. Leeds win today. 3-1. I've changed my mind. I'm going with Ena. None of this 2-1 shit. 3-1 demo day. Demolition. Take it easy, everybody. In a bit. Peace.
Boom.